All right, so I promise this is the last video on these doors. The previous video that's probably just put out there showed me putting the 08 LS460 door on the passenger side. Like I said before, I had the passenger and driver door from an LS. I think it was a 600. I think it was a 2013, I believe. I think I said 11 in the video before. But I could not use the trim, because if you notice the top trim across the top part of the door, the wood has that silver piece, which on those models, the silver piece extends out to the dash. You can't take that trim off and mix it with an 08 upper part of the door. It just doesn't line up, and it doesn't work. The holes are wrong. It just won't fit. So I put that 08 LS460 door that you saw in the other video, and that had the top area that was leather with the stitch, but that was kind of a tight leather cover. Whereas on this model, if I scan around to this side, it's got more of the texture, softer, more texture. Whereas the other one had, it's just real tight, and but it looked okay. So I decided, after thinking about it some more, I could not find a driver's side door of an 08, 09, 600 that had that same trim. They're just hard to find, and I'm not sure if they just get gobbled up earlier or if they just get damaged and they never get sold. You see a ton of passenger sides and quite a few rear doors. So today I went ahead and decided I'm just going to go ahead and throw these older model or later model 600 doors on there and see how it looks. So I did the driver's side door first, and the color match on the leather is pretty close. I think it's just a shade lighter than the 07 had on that tan. I just got to clean it up a little bit. But if you notice where it meets the dash, where it's kind of got that beveled edge right up in there. Of course, on the original doors, this is all pretty much just rolled right into it, so you don't see that gap, but that's about all it's doing. It lines up otherwise with everything else. It just has this. So I'm going to live with this and see if I notice anything noise-wise or anything on this. Again, the wood trim is a little bit darker than the original trim. I can't find this little piece in a later model. I thought I can get this piece and then match it to that, and then at least it'll continue. I can't really find that with the silver. Same thing on the other side. Those just pop off of there with those tabs. So may just leave it. Just wanted to show you guys how it looks. It'll look better with these top trims because of the dash has that same textured that kind of matches the texture of this. Anyway, I think this is the last time I'm going to talk about these doors, because I've had quite a few when I did the top coat or the sticky door dash stuff, which just, it works okay, but it still comes back. I mean, maybe I could have put a few more layers on it, or maybe not, and it still would have bled through, and it still would have gotten sticky and all that stuff. But I kind of like the look of this. When I looked at the 08 one, like I said, it matched on the wood trim because it fit, but that part was just that really, tight leather, kind of like what's on the door handle itself. It's just got that tight, kind of flat look to it, as you saw in the other video. So I just wanted to run this through and show you kind of guys how it looks. I think when I bought these doors early last of 2020, I think I got them out of a salvage yard that was up north. I think maybe it'd been Iowa or Illinois or something, and I actually got them for a pretty good deal. Most of the ones you see nowadays, they want $200, $300, $400 for them. I think these ranged about, I'm going to say less than 150 inside, but I remember correctly, might have been 120. He had one door. He had the door of the 08. I know I got that from him. That was under 100. He didn't have the driver's side door, but he had these still on his website. And then I was on the fence, and then I decided to do it like a month later, which was still, May of last year. Just held on to them, just kind of stored them in the garage, like I said. So they were just sitting in there and just wasting away. And I thought, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. But I think, so both doors is probably $300, I think, with shipping. He did a pretty good job. I went back to his site. He doesn't have anything else. So it was just kind of a one-off deal for him, probably. Anyway, just tell me what you think. And I know on the other video I wanted you to kind of tell me if you wanted me to do it or not, but I decided to go ahead and do it. Let's try them out. And we'll go from there, and we'll see you next time. I just want to add one more thing. On the passenger side door, if you notice on the trim, it's got the seat what do you want to call those? The seat memories, like they do on the driver's side door, which has always been there. The 07 that I had did not have that. So I'm not sure if that works. Everything else behind the door plugged in as normal. There was no extra cords or anything that didn't fit. It just plug and play. So I'm not sure if those controls work, because it didn't have it on the 07 and the 460. It was just a blank solid piece of trim. So I'm pointing that out. Maybe I'll find out if it works. That's all. Thanks again.